Up next, I'm coming in with a medium-sized bowl. In our medium-sized bowl, I'm coming in with some funfetti cake mix, and we are adding the entire box of cake mix right in there. Let's get that all in. Next, we're coming in with our 2% milk, and we're gonna add just about a cup and a half of this milk straight into that delicious confetti mixture. Now we're coming in with 4 eggs that I went ahead and cracked already, and we're just gonna wanna add our eggs right into our delicious mixture. Coming in with our whisk now, we just wanna make sure we whisk everything together. This is such a delicious dessert that your family will love. You can bring it to a party. It's perfect for a birthday, but it's so fun. And you can do this with all of that leftover cereal that your kids just have sitting around. And this will make it so fun, so exciting, and it is so creative, but so easy. All right, this looks great. Now we're just gonna come in with our spatula and take our delicious cake mix, and we are just going to pour it all over into our little tin pans. This looks amazing, and we just wanna make sure we get enough for each of our pans. Don't worry, we will spread it out, but look at that, just perfectly colorful, and we're gonna coat our entire cereal. Oh, perfect. This is exactly why we have the spatula. We just wanna make sure all of them are covered up. All right, this looks great. Last but not least, I've cut up some butter here, and we're just gonna place 2 pads of butter into each one. This is just gonna help everything coat and cook perfectly together. Oh, I love a little bit of butter in my desserts, but let me know what kind of cereal you would prefer to use for yours. All right, this looks great. All we have to do now is pop it in the oven at 350 for 35 minutes. All right, our delicious cakes are done in the oven. Now, what is a cake without some buttercream? I've got my ice cream scooper, and we're just gonna add 2 scoops of buttercream onto each one. Oh, look at that, so beautiful. And just wait till you see what we do next to wrap up this delicious dessert. Again, perfect for any party, potluck, for kids. This is an easy way to add some color and add some fun into their dessert, so don't be afraid to get creative sometimes. All right, we're just gonna wrap this up with our last 2 scoops, and you really wanna make sure you're digging in there. We don't wanna waste any of that buttercream. Beautiful. Now coming back in with our spatula, we're just gonna evenly press in our buttercream and spread it on top of each of our cakes. If you don't like buttercream, you can totally opt for normal frosting. You can make your own frosting, whatever your heart desires, but we just wanna get it nice and even across the top. And it's nice because the cakes are a little bit warm. They've cooled down a little bit, but it's gonna melt it right on top for me, and that's exactly what I want in this situation because we want it to spread nice and evenly. We don't want any pieces to get stuck. All right, let's get back into our last 2. Oh, this smells so good and juicy. I can already tell it's moist because we've added those pads of butter. But again, if you wanna make any other cake mix, you can totally substitute this with different things for different events. I think this is the perfect birthday cake, and I'm making them in separate tins because I can give them to individuals without having them have to fight over it. Now we're coming in with my favorite Ready Whip, and we are just going to add Ready Whip all across our delicious cake, and we are going to add a little frame, and you can choose to design it how you like, but I'm gonna do this super quickly, and just look at how good that looks. We're gonna come across each one now. We love a good frosting on each of our cakes, and I'm gonna do this quickly on the edges again. All right, this is looking really good. And if you want, I'm gonna do slightly larger ones in the back because why not? We'll make some unique little pieces. All right, coming on to our last one. I love frosting. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. All right, now all there's left to do is to let everyone know that these are cereal cakes. So we're just gonna add a handful of cereal topping on each one. Oh, look how pretty that is. And this is gonna be our little frosting topper. So delicious, so fun. If you wanna use the Reese's Pieces or any of the other ones to top it, you can as well. But I think the Lucky Charms are fun because they have these little marshmallows in them. And we're just gonna place them all across the top of each one. Wow, they have a lot of rainbows in these. We're gonna go ahead and add them right in. All right, all there's left to do is try it, and the best part is you can just take these to go. I think I'm gonna try this one because look at that. All right, let's give it a shot. This looks so good. I'm just gonna dig in right here, but I also do want that confetti cake, and don't forget we have that cereal bottom as our crust, and of course our Lucky Charms topper. Wow, that is so good. That is dangerously good. Your kids are gonna want this all the time, but look at that, perfectly baked. You're gonna have to try this.